Hi, I'm Abby McHugh-Griffa, Executive Director of the Climate Solutions Accelerator, and I want to start out today's video just by saying thank you to everyone who has already made a donation in response to our year-end appeal. That support is so deeply appreciated and also quite needed, so thank you. Also want to say thank you to everyone who attended our recent annual meeting. One of the primary purposes of that meeting is for the board leadership transition to occur. So thank you to the outgoing board members who have served over the past few years, or in some cases, many years. Those being Sarah Mittiga, Sarah Stockwell, and Val Liu. Thank you. And to our incoming board members, we have Katie Rigg, Jamila Smith, Chris Carpenter, Jane Van Dis, and Alyssa Hornig joining. So we really appreciate their willingness to serve over the coming year and years and guide the direction and strategy behind the work we do. All right. So for those who were at the recent annual meeting, you heard an update on our fiscal year, our past fiscal year, which runs from July to June. We shared some highlights from that and finances. And in our newsletter this month, we're doing a year-end review that is focused on the calendar year that we are just finishing up. So it's been really exciting to see even the progress from the fiscal year to the calendar year. For example, that our hub engagement team reached over 3,600 people in this past calendar year. We also just graduated our second Color Your Organization Green cohort. So thank you very much to the organizations that participated in that. We are certainly celebrating from this past year that ACT Rochester now includes 8 climate indicators. This is that community dashboard that exists out there, and this came out of our Collective Impact Initiative, was the first phase of our development of our shared measurement system. That work will continue on in 2025, but still huge milestone that we're very proud of from 2024. And also related to our collective impact work, I have just so thoroughly enjoyed being a part of the Transportation Impact Collective. And over this past year, we really did a lot of internal learning on why land use and zoning are important. And I'm really excited to move that forward into kind of spreading that information through our community and doing some engagement and outreach to key stakeholders to see what we can do in terms of shifting land use policies and practices in our region. Also, Color Your Community Green. We currently have 13 active teams across 5 counties, and that 5-county part, that really sticks out to me as being important and exciting. Those teams also launched the 40 by 30 initiative over this past year, and this is a volunteer-led effort where they're looking to reduce emissions in their municipalities by 40% by 2030. So appropriately ambitious, lines with state goals, lines with the Genesee Finger Lakes Climate Action Strategy, and we appreciate the work that those volunteers are doing, as well as the other initiatives that Color Your Community Green teams are carrying out. For example, clean heating and cooling campaigns, some campaigns focused on increasing walk and bikeability in municipalities, as well as EV education and encouraging the adoption of EVs. Also want to celebrate from this past year our Climate Solutions Summit. I know probably many people watching this video attended that event. It was focused on health and equity, and we got really good feedback. So I think for the most part, people enjoyed it. I know I found it edifying and really appreciated the engagement that we saw and the kind of diverse range of people who participated. Also, over this past year, we got the Climate Advocacy Network, or CAN, started. So helping, now that we have Graham Hughes on our staff as our Director of Policy and Advocacy, he has convened this group of volunteers who is working on moving policy forward at the state level largely, and then also going to be focusing more in this coming year on the local level. We rebooted Green Drinks, which used to exist, run by someone else, and now we are spearheading this, bringing professionals in the sustainability space together to build relationships and share information and little tips and tricks for the trades. And then lastly, I just want to thank our staff for all their hard work over this past year. We have brought 2 new people on, Aaron Gold and Graham Hughes. And also, Paul Henry has been our Climate Justice Fellow over this past year. That was a 1-year program, so his time with us is now ending. But we really appreciate the work that Paul has done to raise awareness about the split incentive problem, which you'll be hearing so much more about from us over the coming year. But Paul, it's been a pleasure to work with you, and just really, it's been wonderful to see you grow over this past year, and we wish you the very, very best for the future. So happy holidays to you all. Thank you so much for your support, and I look forward to seeing you again in 2025.